Last week, I split the party.
Nothing of interest happened last week whatsoever.
It's like that.
Destiny, you only control like 20% of this campaign now.
Yeah. Last week, I successfully split the party using a magical item, which I can now add to my DMCV.
We did it to ourselves, but now,
yes,
that's what really hurts.
yes, indeed, the Ides of Men. Very well. Sorry, I'm not feeling too well. Okay, very well. In that case, allow me to drag Barv the party back in. Oh yeah. Oh god, I forgot you have a.
Who are we talking about?
Sergeant's badly edited.
Let me change that.
It's not any worse
Eye patch.
than the eye patch.
It stands out worse from a distance is the problem.
To
From
be
a
fair, the eye patch is
distance,
still just fucking hilarious.
from a distance, the eye patch actually looks right, but nothing. But it's just too bright a color for the token on
Yeah.
Sergeant. Very well, Unthar. The party is taking a long rest while you're taking a bit of a walk slash long rest to yourself. You've had your experiences with Sergeant, with Melissa, and so you were left with the choice of walking away, and so you did. But as you stand here to yourself, you wonder, after having received the dream from Renaud, was it worth it? It is more good being done here by walking away than not. Does Melissa have a chance of redemption? And is it worth preserving your morals for the North? Unthar, you are currently the star of the show.
Oh no, I wasn't ready for that.
Good thing you already made your decision.
Yeah, good thing we already made the decision.
It is a.
Unless you want to debate Destiny.
It is a.
I didn't roll up another character, so no.
It is. That would be amazing. You just suddenly springing on me. Haha! I had the FVTT character data here right now in a JSON. Let me just upload it.
Destiny
God.
gets a got.
Yeah, that I would.
Remember when he tried to kill his reviver guy?
Oh god.
Still one of my favorite things I ever did.
Mhm.
No, I just imagine walking a bit mopey, probably muttering quite a bit, but nothing outward. These are issues that can be taken care of later.
Yep. Indeed.
I expect much better aid from the lodge now.
You can you can hear the slight regular beat of the crickets outside. It is starting to get pretty warm. It is summer. It's hard to believe it's been so short a time since your adventures began. Only a little under a year, and yet so much has happened. So much chaos. You've come, and you and your party have come so far, and yet fallen so hard as well.
When you try your best, but you don't, succeed.
succeed.
You come, meanwhile, back with the party. It's been about 16 hours into your long rest. Everything's kind of awkward. Melissa has revealed part of her plans with the wand. How it has bought her favor into the lodge, but how she felt it was good for the North anyway.
Look, at the end of the day, I want to know what's good for us.
Melissa's there for the North, not just
They
for
bet
us.
they better help us on our adventure, or else that's a raw deal. Yes, yes. Renaud ponders over some notes. Maybe we can take them down this way. How did Mordred tame those things?
Who knows how he tamed them?
I assume
Yeah.
referring to these beautiful beasts.
Yes.
Ugh.
God, I
Kill
love
it with
them.
fire! Oh wait, I tried that.
Did you see that horrible token I sprang on Group 2, Ben?
Uh,
Oh, it was awful, and I love
Gross.
it.
hmm. There must be some way. How do you control a beast like that?
Pry into its mind and control it that way.
Magic, you think?
Or surgical.
We know they're adept with surgical instruments, but they have such powerful magics themselves.
Yeah.
Do not forget the spell it attempted to cast upon Uther.
So it's definitely surgical.
Surgical.
Who knows? It could be mutually
If-
beneficial.
Meanwhile,
Perhaps if we could capture one and remove this.
and of course, all the while, speaking of surgical sergeant, a certain mutagen your party was smart enough to dig up from a Baylor's broken spine burns a hole
Oh, here we go
in your
again.
pocket.
You gotta do it, Sergeant. You gotta go for that surgery.
I'm not doing it without fucking Unther. Jeez.
Yes.
Or that. I'm not suggesting you do it, but Uther. That'd be suicide. Sorry. More suicidal than normal.
Quick question: where are the feet on here? Is
Under import, you know where the import thing is, right?
which one's which symbol is it? I'm under compendium, which is obviously.
I would I would just on your sheet itself, I would click on the three dots there, and then import, and then you can
I
select
see it. Yep, I got it.
from spells, features, backgrounds, classes, and subclasses.
Yep, I got it.
What are you picking up? Just curious.
Warcaster.
Nice.
I picked up tough.
Tough?
Yeah.
Melissa
That's-
was tired of
that's not
getting one shot.
That's. I'm the squishiest party member now. What the hell happened? I have 18 con.
What the hell happened?
I only have 146 HP.
You are 9 HP past
Oh.
Melissa.
I mean, I only have 18 con as well, but I took tough early, so.
Only.
I-
18 con is a lot.
Yeah.
I was
I-
considering dropping an ASI into it, making it 20, but
No, I picked it up mainly because it's just.
And I'm not even a dwarf.
oh yeah, and
Is
I'm a
that-
door.
And I'm a dwarf.
I just
Samurai.
I just was like. These spells that are getting cast that are like doing like 70, 80 damage, and especially when I get chip damaged, or I don't want to be like below 100 HP and then get insta killed by something.
It's like in Darkest Dungeon, where you're always worried about that one party member having a bunch of church pews fall on them or some
Actually,
shit.
on that topic, I beat the game.
Congratulations.
I still have
Don't
yet to do
spoil it
that.
for me.
I won't. But
I've done
Uh,
like 4 or 5 run throughs, and I just kind of always either get bored or like I hit a part
You
point. where I
haven't
do
beat the
something
game
else.
yet, Destiny?
No, I haven't. I've been distracted by like everything.
I see.
Anyway. Yep. And
So do you suggest we just grab one and pry its brain? Dig it
Uh,
alive?
do you think you could wrestle one, Sergeant?
Yes.
all we
Sorry.
all we have to do is non-lethal it, right?
without a
It's as
healer.
simple as that.
Indeed. Losing Unthar.
We probably don't want to get too close. Remember, it's swallowed my elemental whole.
I could cut it out from the inside.
Uh,
God damn it,
yeah.
that would make it that well. We could use this one as a real test subject.
No, really, I don't think you want to get swallowed by that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, not without Uther. Gosh. Oh, I hope he comes back.
I'm planning for if he does.
It's his choice to make. If he wants to return, he can return. If not,
Should we
then he's more
recruit
of a
someone
fool than I
else?
thought.
Imagine we ride into Menzoberranzan and riding a Neothelid. It'll probably take a mix of masterful medicine work and arcana.
Melissa. Or, yeah, Melissa mainly. Do you have Enlarge as a spell?
My elemental was large.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I think I have a scroll or something of it somewhere.
Let me look through my piles of shit. See if you got one.
Well, when
Melissa, do you have enlarge? It's been hard getting it up recently. All
Yes.
these mutagens have sort of negatively
It's a light
affected
blue
my
scroll.
libido.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Very well. And so the time flies through the night. Eventually, the long rest passes. You're all more powerful for it, and yet, without Unthar, less powerful.
Extremely less powerful.
Unthar is almost certainly closer to Melitele now. It is a shame you will not be able to see it. It hasn't returned yet. Sergeant, you just feel more and more buff, like your power keeps increasing, overwhelming.
Again, reference Broly for the image.
Yes. Renaud, being brought to the brink once again without the help of your cleric friend has given you yet more insights into the darkness inside humanity's heart. You feel it is unfortunately, in a horrific way, aided in your warlock abilities. And Melissa, the insights the Lodge has given you have already taken root in your mind, and you feel more advanced for that. Oh yes, and we did set up I did bother to set up an actual like homebrew spell
I saw
for
it.
the I'm not gonna have it consume the spell slot, but
Anti-magic
Chaotic
field or
portal.
yep.
anti-magic field or control weather. It's the debate I'm having now.
Control weather could kill an entire army.
I mean, if you anti-magic feel,
Anti-magic field seems just like, what the hell was the point in that? I'm going to take control weather.
wait, you don't have 8th level spells, right? No. Wait, no, that is an 8th level spell. Don't clerics get that?
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
And
I don't know. Just
Don't depend on your cleric.
don't. Okay.
especially when the cleric generally wants to cast that thing called Holy Aura of,
Yeah.
magnificent.
That only lasts a
amazing-
minute.
And
Maybe I could contact other plane and figure out how Mordred did it. Oh wait, those are yes and no questions too. Never mind.
we could ask if Mordred's the big gay.
Is he the big gay?
Is he
Yes.
the big gay?
Yes.
We figured it out, boys. We figured it
The
out.
eldritch
It's weakness.
monstrosity from beyond time and space says.
It's only gay if the tentacles touch.
So, Who wants to go capture a Neothelid?
Shall we?
Grab some Pokeballs?
Sh-
Gotta catch
Uthar.
'em all.
shall I bring you back in?
Sure.
The door opens, and in strides your friend.
Hey, Uthar.
Evening. And I immediately walked to my room and shut the door.
Oh, he's mad.
The Mergen on Melissa's staff starts cackling.
No shit, he's mad. What are you, Master of the Bleeding Obvious?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
Where are you?
Well, we have definitely got a few things to deal with. You know, it's not like we have 3 different sets of plate mail, splint armor.
We just donate them.
Mordred's sword. I mean, not Mordred.
Mordred. You
God
did it
damn
again.
it. Ugh.
Honestly,
I knew it was Mordred all along.
No,
we picked
it's-
Mordred, guys.
the
We
fact
picked
that you
Mordred.
said Mordred may have been a foreshadowing to him being a Mind Flayer.
Yeah, I kept fucking... Fuck, he's deaf. Again, I'm not memeing, he's not Mordred, please.
I know.
Oh my god. My speech impediment has come back to haunt me.
I will sling the hilted long sword over on a desk. Can you identify this for me?
The hilt is, as I described before, very damaged. A slab of iron and lead. It's now poking out, and well, you can see hints of its true nature underneath the hilt. Melissa, you wish to identify it?
Yep.
Do you wish to take off the hilt as it covers? Do you wish to take off the hilt as it covers both? Well, the handle and the actual sword.
I'm gonna see if I can do it. Identify without doing so.
You try to identify through the hilt, the case covering. Sorry, but you realize that the covering is lead. Sins really did not want anyone seeing what this sword was for some reason.
Well, he threw it to us in his last moments, so if he wanted anybody to see it, I believe it's us.
If he wanted anyone to see it, he'd want the best of us to see it.
Alright, opens it up.
Oh,
Wow!
Amazing.
Wow!
oh my god.
Oh, that was a good one.
This is what you three, the best of you, see.
Sword of the Mind Slayer.
Mhm.
I don't see the image.
So we just see the word Sword of the Mind Slayer. Cool.
Oh, you only see the name?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
only see the name.
The box grayed a little bit more now, but
Yeah,
he's just holding it.
it's just a grey box.
Oh, that's so weird. Give me a second. Let me double check the image.
I saw it.
Here, close the image and let me try showing it to you again.
Oh,
Maybe
two of them up. Interesting.
here. Do you see it now?
No.
Nope, just a dark gray.
Okay.
Should I try reloading?
You know what? It's fine. First off, do you see any console errors?
No.
Okay.
9.
Okay, I'm just going to paste
I
it
reloaded. You could try showing me again.
Okay. Do you see it now?
Yes, I do see it.
Oh, reload is the correct answer, huh? All right, one second.
Oh, it's a octopus sword.
Yep, reload and then tell me when to show it again, I guess. He's not back yet. I think he's gone for good, guys.
Me?
Okay. There we
Hello?
go.
I'm here.
Yep, okay.
I'm loading back in.
Ooh, neat.
And
Hello, Cthulhu.
Evil? Do you see it now?
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I worked hard on uploading that image. Anyway.
Cthulhu.
This
What it
sword,
do?
this sword belonged to the Whirlpool Knight's sins. It was once enclosed in a bulky, simple hilt. Now that the acid has burned away at the strong, reinforced beam of steel and lead, the true eldritch form of this sword is plain to see. And as you unveil it, you will hear Sin's words inside your head.
I allow this telepathic communication.
This sword was designed by a paladin who was killing illithids within the Underdark. It was crafted to slay the illithids, and this sword and the paladin were two of the few good things in the Underdark. Unfortunately, one day the original wielder was wounded beyond repair, and a recent illithid convert found him. The paladin cursed this new illithid, promising that he would kill him over and over again. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. As he was carried back to the hive to be eaten, the paladin cried, pleading as he talked of the need for goodness, the beauty and hope, and the hope that one day the Underdark would be a free, happy place. The illithid convert felt awed at these words, and tried to forget them. That convert was me. I lived alongside my brother Illithid, both of us middling weaklings who made up for their weaknesses with magic. My brother disappeared in a raid, and I went on living. And then my brother came back, wielding magic, control of the Neothelids, and seemingly limitless potential. He took over our hive, and introduced ideas of goodness. Only I listened to him. Maybe we were both defective, like our hive says. But I threw myself into these lessons of goodness, and I grew disenchanted with my brother. His actions still embodied anything but a difference between the means and the goals of man. You cannot forsake your average man in the search for goodness. I thought back on the paladin I devoured, who wanted to free the Underdark from us illithids. I looked to the sword I had kept from the paladin, a weapon meant to slay illithids. And one day I left my hive and set out to find a purpose. And so I did, when I killed my brother's pursuers. I found the purpose in trying to find the good in the world I had been promised. I found it in my goal to kill the greatest evil in the Underdark. Mordred, Lord of the Illithids. Whoever now wields the sword, I beg of you, even if you have lived a wretched life, attempt one good act in your life, and be revered as a hero forever. End the threat of the Illithids and kill the greatest one ever, the monster on my hive brother known as Mordred. The telepathic message will cut out there.
Is it just to Renaud?
It's to everyone. Are standing around the sword right now.
So not you, and thought.
Correct.
Allow me
He's not much of a sword fighter anyway.
to reveal to you the sword's true magnificent abilities. The Sword of the Mindslayer is a +1 longsword. It can be wielded without attunement, though the user must be attuned to the sword in order to gain the following benefits. While attuned to the sword, the user can call upon its magic and change their creature type to aberration once a day at will. The user can revert to their original creature type at will. While in this aberrant state, their mind will appear to be that of a mind flayer's, by creatures that can detect these thoughts. While wielding the sword, the user has advantage on saving throws against the stun condition. When used against a mind flayer or creatures of illithic origin, the sword's bonus increases from +1 to +5.
Whoa.
While wielding this, and finally, the last attunement benefit. While wielding the sword, the user can tap into the sword's magic, gaining an awakened mind for 1 minute. A swirl of powerful psychic energy surrounds the user, bathing them in an astral pink light. All weapon attacks by the user deals an extra 2d6 psychic damage against targets with an intelligence score of 2 or higher. The user gains immunity to psychic damage, and the user is immune to the charmed condition and abilities that allow mind reading. The ability recharges at dawn or upon killing a mind flayer or neothelid with the sword.
Wow.
I think when it comes down to it, this is a weapon for Sergeant.
I will give you the Moonblade.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we trade?
Yeah. I am fully prepared.
I'm definitely not eating this. Hell no.
Sergeant passes over the Moonblade. I will drag it to the to Renault's sheet.
I've been
Moonblade.
waiting for a +3 bonus on my sword this
And
so long.
let me trash the Moonblade in Sarge's inventory. I have given you the Moonblade, Renault. A legendary artifact passed down in Hattori Hanzo's family for years and years. Sorry, IBR Hattori's family.
And it's gone. Wait, what?
Nobody tell IBR about this.
Are you actually eating it?
As you see, as Renault brings out his great Moonblade, there can be only one.
Unlimited power.
There can be only one. And the
Renault.
sword, Melissa's like, Renault,
What?
let's show some
Think.
restraint with magical artifacts.
No,
Going
no.
nuts again.
But are you sure that this is right? If it was ours for you to consume, then I'd be a bit. But you must remember, it was Hitori's.
And he gave it to us for free, assuming it might
That
kill
it would
us.
come back to him. Because Sergeant will do it. As
Yeah. It can't kill me if it's gone.
Renault, Renault's
I just
sword
want
is
+3.
rattling. It's actually pretty disturbing. It's like it's so hungry to devour. If there's one thing Renault's sword is good at doing, it's devouring Elven. After this.
oh, God.
This certainly wouldn't free Moender, would it?
Probably not.
Okay.
Mm,
If you're gambling, man, that sounds like a good proposition.
probably not.
50-50, you'll be good.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
You bring
I'm
out your sword will almost enthusiastically devour this ancient piece of elven history. As you feel the sword strengthen in your hands, and you now have, and your great Moonblade is now +3.
We
And
did
it-
it, boys.
And you are on the cusp of it transforming into your own artifact.
Oh my God.
I'm going into my macros right now.
He's so happy. He's just like, finally, I get to eat that goddamn sword.
I've been waiting.
Oh,
Counting down.
before we return, we should consider anything else that we need to acquire.
Arnold, your sword gains an additional benefit.
Oh?
When you hit a undead creature, the target takes an extra 1d6 thunder damage.
Interesting. Huh.
Fuck your undead.
Thunder, not radiant?
Not
Is
radiant.
there any class of enemies that we just stomp on harder than undead?
No. If we went into the Shadowfell, we just destroy everything.
The Shadowfell is where you grind for XP.
Most people are deathly afraid of it. We're just like, you mean Tuesday?
No, we didn't make it on Tuesday because we didn't. We got home from there so late on Monday.
Needed a
We
quick.
went on Wednesday as well. Tuesday's the only day we didn't go. Like the undead are just like, we'll be fine. You just have me sunbeaming, the new blade, and then Unthar just turn undead. Fuck you all. Oh god.
I gotta make sure all my macros are right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've got like 4 different attacks you've got to
Yes, I do.
fix.
I have 4 different attacks.
Fun.
A +1 to hit means I can power attack more.
Nice.
Very well.
We sorted out last session. I picked up the stupid things I needed for the
Mansion.
mansion, right?
I specifically remember doing that. Yes.
Just double checking.
Any. Oh man. This is the perfect weapon for Sergeant.
Bouncing in my chair. Reading the description.
What is?
What, did you have Melissa write you a little list of what you did?
The Sword of the Mind Slayer. The Mind Slayer.
Oh yeah. Do you need the?
cometh.
Oh yeah. I guess I need to give you the actual item, don't I?
Oh yeah. I need
Oh
that
yeah.
book.
Sorry. Here you go. Sword of the Mind Slayer. It's now in your inventory. Smile.
Hell yeah.
Yep. And you may notice that there's not an activation cost to the Awakened Mind ability. That's because there is no activation cost. It is a weapon of pure killing illithid power.
Hell yeah.
So he's a demon illithid now.
You might consider this a legendary item.
When hitting an undead creature with this weapon, the undead takes an additional 1d6 light thunder damage.
Yep, not light, thunder damage.
Save. Close. Alright, I'm good.
Wonderful. And so
Nobody fucking tell I be here.
and
So
so
who? What?
Someone stole the sword. That's the story.
It fell into a pool of demonic goo.
Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Sergeant was chucked in some goo and he had the sword out, and then the sword didn't come out the goo.
Yeah. It was
It
Sergeant
flew,
walked it
it
off.
flew away from us, seeking its new owner, like that one sword that we died against a long time ago.
I was too strong for it.
Well, you even know. I swear Rome was there for that sword.
Yeah. Rowan definitely was, because I remember she was.
We
one
should
hit from
track
the
that sword down and I should
Yeah.
eat it. Payback.
oh no.
Oh, that's what shit talked me because I was
So
fucking
you-
true neutral. Just
So
like,
you would kill so you would
indecisive.
kill me, Ronaldo, for your own gain. You truly are pathetic.
Not really, though. I don't really care.
I have to devour your S2 engine so that I can not run out of power. Don't mind me.
do you want to go and get into out of his sulk?
No, because we're still in a long rest.
Your long rest is finished.
Alright.
Well, let's wait 8 hours as I tune to this.
Sarge.
8 hours? Bloody hell, Sergeant. I know you're dumb, but I didn't think it'd take you 8 hours.
Yes. I want to admire this
Especially
magnificent
a
weapon.
Just So is that all your achievement slots, Gun Sergeant?
Yes, this will max it out.
Because you've now got the sword, the
Sword, Bafir, and Cloak of Protection.
Because the stone is like the thing that didn't require achievement.
Yep.
Because just
I only have that out half the time anyway.
you just forget to lob it above your head.
Yeah. Only +1 AC, not that big of a difference.
It's 5% chance.
So, do we even need to cast Mind Blink on him now?
Yes.
Okay, we still do.
Advantage against the stunned. Sergeant,
Okay,
roll
yeah,
me an advantage intelligence save.
Advantage isn't gonna help, actually.
Demonstration.
Demonstration. All right, you got me.
He's still dumb as a bag of rocks.
Indeed. Ah.
What does that make Unthar? If Sergeant is dumb as a bag of rocks, what does Unthar dumb as?
Oh
Dumb.
no.
He's a
Oh,
dwarf,
good.
so a bag of rocks.
I mean, he was
is
dumb enough to
ample.
come back to your asses.
He is.
Yeah. He had a chance to get out.
And I have high
Every
enough
time I
charisma-
think I'm out, they keep pulling
and I have
me
high
back.
enough charisma to convince you to go on a god-killing quest.
It's like that. It's like that guy who's trying to get out of crime, and he's doing so much better now, and he's done so much good, and then his shithead
One
friends
last
reel him
job.
back in. Like, hey, you
One
wanna?
last job.
Hey, help us! Hey, you wanna go to the convenience store? We're not gonna rob it, are we?
Hey,
no.
Nico!
You wanna go bowling, cousin? Yep.
That's how you start it. That's how it happens.
Sergeant, Unthar, it is daytime now. Novigrad, as you can see out your windows, just busy milling about, business as usual despite the gathering of soldiers. And you will have to come out of your room sometime to come see your friends.
Tell you what, I'm gonna leave to go and deal with this plate armor. I assume we don't want to hold on to it. Well, so therefore, Unthar doesn't have to deal with me when he first comes out. Sound
Hey.
good to you guys?
Yeah.
Understood.
I'm gonna go to Dandelion, or at least go. No, I'm gonna go to whoever purchases the things like the stuff we give them.
You will be directed to a city official that Dandelion has delegated to work to. You see that it's a slightly overweight city guard sergeant of some sort. He will leer at you as you enter. How much do you want to give it away or sell it?
I'll give away the splint, but I'm gonna ask for something for the plate.
Well, rightly, miss. Procurements. I'll fill out the relevant forms. I know it's not the full value of the plate, but could I get it for 1,000 GP? It's hard to justify more when we could spend it towards preparing our troops better.
Sure. I have 3.
Thank you. And he'll give you 3,000 gold piece. He will
Sure.
write out a check. He'll give you a 3,000 gold piece check at the Vivaldi Bank, and you'll be able to
Yep.
successfully cash it. Add 3,000 gold pieces to your inventory, Melissa.
Excellent. It's in the hole.
Or, yeah, we should just keep it in the bank. Why not?
You want to store it in the bank? You want to start a bank
I ain't
account?
storing jack shit in this bank.
What? I thought you already did have a bank account.
Oh yeah.
Totally wasn't a one shot where you guys may have robbed a bank.
Yeah.
That was non-canon. I remember.
You remember?
I remember.
Oh yeah, we also have 3 adamantine ingots. I forgot.
And unlike Group 2, we didn't kill like half the guards.
Yeah.
And our own PCs.
Oh yeah, I had Max, the T-pose lord.
Oh, I should go to the bank for my Electrum.
For your Electrum.
Put it under your mattress for now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you've got all that Electrum in the bag, don't you?
Yep, I do.
Oh my god,
40.
you have
40k.
yeah, 40k Electrum.
We have dumb amounts of money. Like, I'm very tempted to say we should, go and find someone to buy some shit off. Shopping episode, Destiny.
Oh, okay.
Or we could just give it to Novigrad. War are won on coins win wars.
This isn't communism.
Somebody kick him.
Okay, there's a new ban feature in this.
I'm not saying communism. I'm just saying we make a political donation.
Not
Jean
mine. Fuck them.
Marat's ears perk up. I hear such a plea for the wealth to be redistributed. Oui.
Redistributed? I mean, we are filthy rich.
Redistribution of wealth. Oui. You hear pounding on your door. You look outside through the little hole, and you see, to your horror, Jean Paul Marat in his herbal bath, just screaming,
He
"Let
brought
me
his
in!
bath with
Let
him.
me in!"
Let me in!
Does anyone have an open
Seriously,
attainment
though,
slot?
that amount of coin
Pardon?
just...
I think I do.
I have a cloak of protection that I cannot wield as I look at my crown. I have to equip this when we go back down.
Think about it. Like, the impact of that coin just going straight to Novigrad.
Also, so you're gonna have your crown, the sword, and
Bafir, Sarmer.
oh yeah.
So you need to find a way to what to do with the cloak of protection. Do you want to show Unthar your rad new sword?
Well, I'm not out the building, which is the idea, so they can go and drag him
Yeah.
out and talk to him while I'm not there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Destiny,
idea.
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna just type in chat the other stuff I'm gonna try and get rid of.
Okay. The two of you will present yourselves to Unthar. You see Sergeant wielding a sword that could only have been Sin's sword.
Figured out what this was, did we?
It's a truly
Ronaldo will
weapon.
describe the story we heard when we revealed it.
I guess I would have never put that together. Interesting little term of it.
He was a very committed man. As am I,
So-
Unthar. I'm committed to the North. That's where my actions came from before, with the magic weapon. But I do apologize, it was against your views.
That's a discussion for another day. Where's the lapdog at?
She's out selling stuff.
I'll double check, make sure
Morals?
none of that's magical, and then I'm gonna sell that crap. I think we have 2 silver necklaces. So
You have 2 of those?
well, it's written twice in the thing.
Okay.
We've come upon a large sum of money, and we're trying to debate what to do with it.
Well, I mean, do we need to buy anything? We should figure that out first.
Not necessarily. I feel like donating it to the cause of the war could aid Novigrad.
We don't have any, like, god-killing shopping to do or anything.
Suppose we could buy some oils of slipperiness.
What about some shield scrolls? Those seem to work real well.
I feel
Think
like
it
that's
makes sense.
soul-breaking work for whoever is making this shield scroll.
I mean, I have no need for the money. You can take my portion, donate it to the war effort.
We have almost 40k Electrum.
So that's 20,000 gold.
Yeah, take my part.
I'll give my
Alright,
part as
then.
well.
Give me a second. I'm writing something out.
I'll give my part as well.
Well, we'll force Melissa too. This is her punishment. One of her punishments.
Oh, such a punishment.
One of
So how much is your party offering up?
39,511.
Electrum?
Yep.
39. Electrum. Okay. And how much else?
Oops.
No, that was what he gave. He gave the.
Okay. You wish to donate this to Novigrad then?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've done the.
Sergeant, you go to Dandelion. He looks at you curiously. You take out the bag that you've been holding this in, and you just keep upturning it onto Dandelion's desk as, his eyes get
As a
wider
flow
and
of
wider.
money comes out.
As
This-
a Baylor skull and Baylor mutagen also come out.
This will not be forgotten. And
Alright. Take this skull and this circle thing back.
thank you. Thank you. Give me a second.
This is on behalf of the whole party, the saviors of Novigrad.
Oh, Novigrad's bigger now.
Well, we sort of. No, that's for. I'm to Redania.
Oh yeah, Novigrad's a part of Redania.
Well,
I told you guys, gold wins wars.
That's not displaying properly. I'll fix that later.
I dealt with all of those. Destiny just sold them for that price. So I added that much money to the whole.
I'm really glad I didn't shoot that drow into the goo.
By the way, did you pass over that cloak of protection?
Yep, I will
Oh, is that
leave
going
that
to go
as a
into
peace
Undar?
offering. Yep, to Unthar. Here you go.
All right, let me
It'll help with your divine intervention.
I'm out of attunement slots too. Although, if I find something even more powerful than the Ring of Mind Shielding, I'll take it.
Well, theoretically, I can drop Eyes of the Eagle for another achievement item, because
True.
it's not like my perception needs to be any more godlike.
So that's +1 AC to Unthar and +1 on all saves.
Cloak of protection, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I can transfer it over sheet to sheet.
I can just import it as well if that's
Yeah.
easier.
I added it real quick. It's not hard. So just plus, and you can adjust the bonus to your saving throws in the special traits thing. You can add a global saving throw bonus.
Right.
So congratulations, you're now even more unkillable. What's you're back? You're up to 21 AC. Dear God.
21 AC, correct. And with Warcaster's time to start wading in so we can get some actual use out of the fucking thing.
So now you just Spirit Guardians and walk through the entire battlefield, and they can't do anything about it.
Sergeant, did you take Mage Slayer?
No, I wish.
Oh,
What
I
did
have
you?
definitely
22.
that's your lost feet.
I have 22 strength.
Okay.
Oh God.
I mean, plus strength is good too.
Yep.
That's honestly something he should have had anyway.
I had low strength to start out. Sergeant had to build his
Yep.
muscles.
You had to.
Lots of training
Unlike,
montages.
Unlike us, privileged folk, you didn't
What?
roll well. Renaud and Melissa rolled pretty well.
What does Renault take for 16?
16.
Yeah,
He-
just take ASI
Fuck
or
off!
He is
sucker.
multi-class, so it was only
feet?
14 in Warlock.
Right.
I get Master of Hexes this.
Don't
So
worry,
basi-
guys. We still have 15 grand ourselves if we need.
Oh yeah, in the hole, right?
Yep.
We want to donate that too?
No, we should hold on to that.
Okay. We should
The
buy
thing
some
is-
oils of slipperiness if there are any.
And didn't we establish like the second or third game of this that like 500 gold is almost like enough to retire on, or was like
Yeah.
enough? For
Yeah. You're basically the Jeff Bezoses of the world. You have money equivalent to a small kingdom.
Nice.
In our pocket. Literally in our pocket.
They could, if they were in truly desperate times, they could probably field more. But this is about what they would have. A healthy treasury would have. Yes.
And what's inspiring?
It's 21 now.
21 now.
21.
I'm going to return to the I'm going to return to Mother Base.
Very well. Melissa, you return to Mother Base, and the somewhat jolly conversation that they appear to have been having is interrupted as you enter.
Record scratch.
We just start whispering to each other.
The Murrigan will speak aloud, looking at Unthar. I see the tool has returned. You are a useful band-aid for my caster.
I just don't say anything. I just turn and just don't look
The
at.
Murrigan will continue
Murrigan order.
smiling, talking. You're just as corrupted as Melissa is. I was thinking over Melitele's words.
I summon the Moonblade. You serve Melissa or be destroyed.
And I have an answer why she thinks I've been corrupting Melissa. Melitele simply disagrees with my means, willing to do anything for the North, but Unthar, you're just like me now, where Melissa will do anything for her ultimate goal. So will you. You have returned despite all opposition to your own morals. Unthar, know this. Today, I hold just as much sway over you as Melitele.
I'm just going to say in my head, how smart. Bait the one man.
Yeah, bait the cleric. Are you
Bait
retarded?
the guy that wants to have you destroyed. And give him more reason.
You have heard the only method of destroying me.
You serve Melissa, not the other way around.
The Murrigan will not say anything, but it will grin to itself at your words, Renauld.
That was in Dorvish, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
I said that to him in Celestial, because that's what I know.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure Renault can just tell.
Yeah. It's very clear that
Yeah.
he's saying some creepy shit.
Well, it's clear to someone who knows how to speak.
Ignore that retarded bird with whatever it's saying. Glad to have you back, Unthar.
Do we have anything to complete
Yes.
before we move
The
on?
Murrigan speaks within your mind, Melissa. He is a fool to oppose you, to oppose us. We do more good than he ever will. Remember that, Melissa.
Oh, I shall. And we shall prove it to him. But for now, we need to think of a plan. Well,
Remember that time you died and Unthar revived you?
oh yeah. I do.
Is there anyone in this party I haven't revived yet?
Nope.
Everyone.
I was the last one.
You were
and
the
I
last
lost.
one. Yeah, 'cause
I
so I've
lost
been on the operating
almost 2
table
years.
twice. And
You never bait the healer. That's how you die.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
Murrigan doesn't need healing.
Melissa does.
If Melissa dies for good, the Murrigan dies. That's my ultimatum to it.
Yes. Sergeant, do you have anything we need to do before we take off again? Perhaps
Think
that.
I would suggest that we have a strategy meeting on how we want to defeat.
Are you tempting me with a good time, Unthar?
Oh yes. As I said before, we should try to find a way to untame these Neothelids.
Do we even know where to start with that?
No, but I feel like if we did find out, it would be a great advantage.
I'm not opposed to finding a way to removing one of their primary assets from their capabilities.
It seems to be one of Mordred's main reasons he's in power.
I can talk with Oscar.
Well, we do have a mutagen or two.
Kill two
Or
birds,
one or
stone.
two mutagens.
Just one.
That will take Sergeant a while to
Let's
recover.
see. Which was the plotting music from The Witcher? Was it this one? Nope.
Well,
Nope.
Father, why don't you go see if you can dig up some information, and I'll take
Nope.
the big boy over here to see if we can.
Well, considering neothelids are alien biology,
Nope.
it may be a bit more difficult then.
What?
I will attempt to contact the lodge and see what information I can get on them from there.
Understood. They owe us it, after all.
Melissa, would you like to contact the lodge?
I would.
Okay. The lodge promises to get back to you. You wait a few minutes later into your plotting and like theorizing, you will hear a response from Philippa Eilhart. There is a megascope in your room. Set it up and I shall discuss.
I will say, well, it seems like we will have something that we need to head to do. As I will turn and head to
What
my
was
room.
my job?
You're going to go and do the archaic, boring methods of looking in books.
Books! Alright.
You get the nerd duty this time.
This has
Come
got
on,
a fancy
Sergeant.
pants conference calls to attend.
I've got enough diamond dust on me to bring you back 3 times. I figure.
times.
I
Oh,
figure if we have to do that.
Well,
we
if
do
he
that.
melts like he did that one time, it's going to cost a lot more.
He did not.
Unthar, do you want 100,000 GP diamond?
Yeah,
100,000
give it
GP
away.
No,
diamond?
1,000 GP diamond.
Okay, 1,000.
Yeah, I'll take it with me.
Wow. I don't remember giving that out.
I remember giving out 100,000 GP.
No. I was saying 100,
Split
but then I
that up
realized
to make 4 true reses.
right. I removed it from the hole, so you have access to it in case you need it.
I'll put it in my inventory.
Yep.
Unless you want a 500 GP one as well.
No, I've got 900 GP worth of diamond dust already.
Alright.
So that should be more.
Mm.
Was it a diamond or diamond dust?
Oh, I gave you a straight up 1,000 GP diamond.
Okay.
In case I'm really, really dead.
Guess you're really dead. All right.
This
let's
is
go.
no. That's for big oopsies. The diamond dust is for little. oopsies.
That's a big oopsie. Just in case you melt again.
For big mistakes.
Also, I'd advise you take back your cloak of protection for one last run.
That's a good point.
True.
Yeah, maybe we
By
better.
the way, are you wearing your crown right now?
No, it wouldn't be on right now.
Okay.
It'd be unattuned.
We'll swap the cloak of protection back real quick.
Yeah, the Sershi's just gonna be like before Sershi just like, actually, I need my blanket.
I mean that
Okay.
that plus guidance should be more than enough.
You say that.
All right, let's go see a man about some mutagen.
Okay. You go over to see Oscar, and you see that his business is booming. But thankfully, it's not for the reason Sergeant goes there. You see a lot of people with ailments. You see that he's made a whole business out of it. You can see that his office has been expanded more and more. and he appears to have set up some more intricate equipment. Some of this stuff looks cutting edge as fuck. And you can hear him constantly ringing in, and you can hear him constantly bouncing around. The reception, just shouting out his typical, "Oh, you... this is a deal right here," just in his New Jerseyite accent, you know. And he and his receptionist will see you all. I'm afraid that Dr. Oscar is busy right now.
Tell him it's Sergeant. He'll come.
Very well. She will look skeptically at your scruffy appearance.
Hope you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. That's a really good. That's a really good choice. You bring it in, and Oscar will come out. Sergeant. No, wait, no.
Hey, buddy.
How are you doing, my friend? How have you come back to discuss any cells being on fire? Have you noticed your building blocks of life coming apart or anything?
What are you talking about?
Oh, good, good. Listen, buddy.
My building blocks?
You might want to be careful. I've discovered a lot of good with these stuff, but I've had some lawyers who heard about what happened with you, and they tried the same thing, and oh god. Oh
No.
god. Purple.
Weak man.
Orange tang. Orange tang. He shivers.
Clear up your afternoon. We got a date.
You don't mean.
Bring out the
Big
Baylor
boy.
mutagen
I've never seen something like this. What is this?
from the Underdark.
A monster, to be sure. I'm not even sure this is compatible.
We'll try. Well, maybe.
Aye. We gotta
Come
give
in,
it the college luck. He will look to your companions. Are your companions there?
Well, I
Just-
think
just
only
me.
are. Renaud is doing research and Melissa's contacting the
Oh.
lodge.
Oh, good. The dwarf. Hey, I've been working with your church there, Mr. Dwarf.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. What have you learned? What have you been?
He will lean in to whisper to you and Sergeant. I've discovered something I think might change the world. Something only possible by the amount of help that you've given my clinic. The amount of progress I've accomplished by studying Sergeant as he laid unconscious on the table without consent over the study.
Sounds very ethical.
Yeah. So when he last died, he suffered from a bad fungal infection, right? And I managed to isolate this fungus, but I noticed that some of it was dying off. I studied it further, and I've isolated this new thing I think will change the world in a decade or so. Once we get enough equipment for it. I call it penicillin.
Oh, penicillin.
Oh shit! Oh
All
shit!
right, we're doing big stuff out in the world now.
Some
Sergeant save the world.
Unthar. This kills infections.
That is a wonderful discovery. That you are correct. That could change the world.
The problem is, I've sent my results to people, a few temples, a few of the lodge members, and some of them take it seriously, and I've sorted the results, but it's a matter of scaling it. I just can't breed it fast enough.
Do you want a kingdom to support that?
You could give me a kingdom?
I can give Selkirk a call.
You know His Majesty Selkirk?
Oh, buddy, do I ever.
Oh, please don't get.
Literally buddies.
If you could get me in with the king, there's so much that I could do in a royal lab that I can't do here. It's hard here in Novograd. Everything costs so much, and it's been hard to get supplies ahead of the war effort. If I can get any sort of royal backing, that would change things so much.
If I tell Selkirk that he needs to support this for the future, I think he would do it.
That would be...
Maybe I should give him a call before we do this.
Okay, okay. I'll try not to get my hopes up.
Are you now gonna go barging into fucking Melissa's room to go and get us?
Yeah.
Well,
Melissa.
Melissa!
I'm mid conversation with Philippa.
Yes, let's get to that. We'll leave Renaud for last but not least. Melissa, as you set up the conversation with Philippa Eilhart, and she will regard you. Well then, I see we have a new face on you. The face of a woman who appreciates what must be done for the greater good.
Indeed.
Yes.
That's why, sadly, my quest down there, or the original quest we sent to do down there, is not being accomplished yet. Though, before we head to that, I have one last thing that I would like to show you. Is I will show her a vial of the green goo.
Was that the slime?
Yep.
She will regard it. I'm afraid I don't know quite what you're showing me.
This is, I believe, part of the goo that the demon lord that we fought was wielding, or was made of. It seemed to have a very strong effect.
Could you leave it in your room, and I will see that Kira Metz will receive it. She is very skilled in the art of potion making, though she abhors the
Kira
activity.
Metz? She's
returned?
Yeah,
sorry.
wrong
God
one.
damn it.
We still need to save Kira.
Quickly checks my Lodge of Sorceress notes. Where did I put it? Lodge of Sorceress.
Yeah, I was confused too there.
Sorry, you're absolutely. I shall have it sent to Triss Marigold. She has enough servants under her. They should be able to examine it.
I'll make sure it's left for you.
I wish to give you a matter of advice, Melissa. The Lodge has proven arrogant in the past, as well as the Brotherhood of Sorceresses. Though the arrogance is well-founded, it has caused us many political problems, such as my previous criminal record before the conflict began winding up again in the north. I would advise you at least pretend to appease your teammates. They are useful pawns yet. As Sergeant comes busting in.
Hey, Melissa.
Hi.
Sergeant, is there something I can help you with?
I need to use your calling thing.
Wait outside, and I will talk to you when I'm done.
Okay.
It's like my mom asking me to talk to her after she's done with the phone call.
Do I just see Sergeant just sitting up?
He's just standing like outside the door frame, but the door's open still.
I'm just gonna use a mage hand to flick the door shut.
Sergeant stops it a little bit with his foot.
When I'm done, I'll call you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attempt to shut the door again.
Its foot still there.
Sergeant, your foot.
Okay, fine.
As I will close the door. Sorry about that.
Very well. Her voice will lower. I suspected something after you. Tell me, this Mordred, what do you know of him?
I will explain to her what happened while we were in their guardhouse thing. Like his astral projection type thing.
I see. That makes sense. Tell me, Melissa, have you ever heard of a woman named Tissaia de Vries?
It rings a bell, but it's been a while.
She is dead now. Died in the Northern Wars. She was a sorceress and a member of the chapter of the Gift and the Art. She would later become a founding member of the Lodge of Sorceresses. She was an accomplished sorceress, and she trained one of our most promising members, the sorceress by the name of Yennefer Vengerberg. Unfortunately, Yennefer met an early death against a genie, and she dropped out for a time. Not unusual. When you are immortal like we are, Melissa, you will find that sometimes things can be weary, and it is good to take time off. Tissaia took many years off, and in her time off she sent a member of the lodge a letter discussing a pet she had found within the Underdark, a creature nearly on death. It's apparently devoured the brains of other creatures and is sentient, displaying some level of psionic power. She had named it Mordred. She talked of the useful insights she might gain into it, and how she had gained its affection. She stated she would pass on more information. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to dig up more. She died shortly thereafter. The Second Northern War ramped up, and she involved herself in it, and thereupon met her death. I do not know any more information on this Mordred, I'm afraid. I have sent some people to go through her old lodgings. She had many of her supplies locked up in a castle, and we're trying to dig through her paperwork the best we can, but even magic can only move so fast. I doubt we will find anything on him, though. To say I was intelligent, and such a malignant creature would probably best be hidden from any prying eyes, especially as Reuven was on the move at this time.
Indeed. It is... Though he himself may not be the biggest problem, it's the problem of the Neothalids that is truly flummoxing us, as it removes our ability to maneuver undetected, or even at all even effectively without coming across significant resistance. And it is upon that I truly need aid, for we have come to the conclusion that if it is possible to release them, or perhaps remove his control from them, that we could either use them to turn against them, or at least remove their information network.
I must confess, I am curious as to how he has managed to enslave such creatures, and if such an effort could be replicated. It would prove extremely useful, if only for defending the monarchs of the realm. Being able to detect anyone within a city's area would be powerful beyond measure.
Though the problem with them is they have significant power on their own, and if one was to get loose, it could cause large, significant damage.
Indeed. I am afraid that I cannot give you any aid on the matter. My interest and my attention is split elsewhere. I'm afraid your wand, as powerful as it is, has proven a most vexing topic, and I've been busy trying to repair it to the best of my ability and unveil its magics. I could use it in one powerful burst, but I feel that it would be best to maintain this item and keep it powerful and whole.
I concur. The item would be best suited for helping us through the war, and rather than winning a battle, it could help us win the war.
I must confess, I am curious. I know your companions were hostile to the handover of the item. Has it presented any problems toward your goals?
After a silly hissing fit, we have moved beyond that.
I am pleased to hear that. They are useful pawns.
Indeed.
Please let Sergeant hear that.
She is talking at a very low tone.
Dang it.
She knows
Well-
that Melissa is very perceptive. She will speak. After the war, Melissa, I am wondering if you would appreciate an apprenticeship with me. I could use... It has been a long time since I have taken on an apprentice, but I could use someone who is learned enough to dedicate their knowledge towards tasks such as this, as he will... You hear the door being opened up again.
Sergeant! 5
Oh,
more minutes!
I thought you were done. Sorry.
If you enter again, there'll be no talking to Selkirk.
Okay.
She will go on as if that hadn't happened. I could use someone who could help experiment with an item such as this. As she holds up the Wand of Orcus, you see she's already done a little work on it. The crack on it is slightly lessened, which is very impressive. That's an artifact she's repairing.
Well, I will certainly consider your offer, but at the moment I have got pressing matters. I thank you for your consultation,
You should be your goddamn apprentice.
Don't we all?
and I will get back to you. I believe I'm about having to call Margarita. I assume that she is still in Kedwin.
Yes, she is. Selkirk has been openly hostile towards her. So I'm sure you will find her in her room there.
Indeed. I will consult.
I have another assignment for you, if you feel that you are able to complete it.
As I will do so, but must warn you that I need to pay heed to these pawns, for I do not want to let one of them cross the board and end up being a king.
It is a simple request. If you could find out what the Church of Melitele is planning for this war effort, I would appreciate it. They do not trust the Lodge. They call us some feel us conspirators with Vilgefortz.
Wow.
I am sure that these accusations are unfounded. I have screened everyone myself. But I would appreciate if you could discern if Unthar has received any contact from them, and if you can find anything on a surface level scan of his mind.
Well, I will see what I can do, but I will make no promises, as tensions are delicate at the moment.
Perfectly understandable. Was there anything else?
No. I thank you for your time.
Click.
You can come in now, Sergeant.
We need to call Selkirk.
Why do we need to call Selkirk?
Well, Oscar's invented this thing called penicillin,
Uh-huh.
and it's really good for the body.
Uh-huh.
It said in a couple of
Uh-huh.
years it'll be really good, so let's call.
Okay. And this has something to do with Selkirk
Because he has a kingdom, duh.
because he has a kingdom. Is that because? So why does Oscar need a kingdom?
Because this thing would be really good.
Okay.
I don't know how I can make myself any more clear, Melissa.
Melissa is the hardest person in this party to convince to do anything.
So we gave
Yo-
the 20,000 gold to Novigrad.
You gave 20,000 gold to Novigrad, and
Yeah.
you didn't think to consult me because.
Well, it happened, so.
It happens though.
I would prefer to be informed of these events.
I'm telling you right now.
Yes. When after the gold is out of my hands and out of the control, I
You
do
were
not
busy.
necessarily, I do not disagree with this decision, but it is definitely one I would have liked to be informed of before you took it.
Hit her
Such
with the I would have liked to been formed by the lodge with the orc thing.
You wouldn't think to have said that.
Yeah, I know. But I
He would
really
have-
wish he did.
I know.
Ah,
True, sorry. It wasn't me that brought it up. I just agreed to it because it's a really good idea.
okay. So, I'm going to attempt to contact Marguerite.
She will respond. Hello. Hello,
Hello.
Melissa. And Sergeant.
My friend here wants to talk to Selkirk again.
Very well, I will refer Selkirk to his Sir Sergeant. She rolls her eyes.
Thank you very much.
Sir Sergeant Subterfuge of House Subterfuge.
Eventually, you'll see Sergeant. You'll see Selkirk slam into the megascope as his image will go haywire. She'll scream, "That's valuable!"
You can, like, this just keeping an eye on Sergeant and just almost giving him a look, daring him to try and do the same.
He won't.
Buddy! He'll hold his arms outstretched.
I wish we could actually hug. I come bringing great news.
Yes. Let's hear
You
it,
know how-
Sergeant.
In the wars, how we lose so many people due to, like, infections, the doctors call it.
Do they?
I think that's what I heard them refer to it. But anyway,
I just call it festering of the wound, right?
yeah, exactly. But
What?
that kills people.
Why do they need a fancy word for it?
I don't know, doctors, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I should ban them from my country.
I actually think we should do the opposite.
Hmm?
This guy I'm working with in Novigrad, he's better than any doctor I've ever been with. He's made me quite a bit of what I am today.
Oh, really? I gotta meet him.
I'm actually gonna give you his contact information. His name is Oscar in Novigrad. He runs the shop, the medical
Oscar,
shop.
no,
Oscar in Novigrad.
You can just see Melissa rolling her eyes.
Okay. I'll send for him. What do you want with him?
I'll get him to write you a letter. But anyway, this penicillin that he has, it's gonna stop the festering wounds and make it so soldiers don't die on the field.
That'd be wonderful. And you're sure he's legit?
Yes. I stake my name on it.
Right. It's a good thing you have two of those. Sure.
Like, stick
I'll
your
send-
name on it.
I'll send
got
an
a spare,
emissary
it's
to
fine.
go grab him. Hey, Margarita. No.
Margarita, do it.
Your Majesty, if I leave, then your kingdom will be left without valuable magical defenses. Ah, you sorceresses always making excuses. I bet you're spying on my kingdom right now, aren't you? Trying to read my surface minds. Well, what am I thinking right now? Stop looking at me. Ah, she can read my mind. Sergeant, I'll send someone to go pick him up. Should I pick them up the easy way or the hard way?
Easy way, easy way.
Oh, okay. As if he will just nod as if he wasn't discussing stealing valuable talent.
He will come.
That's good to hear. Recruiting more and more people to Kedwin. You think your sorceress friend will want to fight the good fight for Kedwin and not just for the lodge? He says
Melissa?
openly in front of Melissa.
Definitely not.
This Sergeant, I would suggest you wrap up the conversation.
Okay.
Ah, she's one of them.
They just start talking about football.
Honestly, there's something football. You just must just cut the conversation off. She's like, no, we're done with this shit.
Sergeant, listen.
I'm listening.
You're my best friend.
You still have Radovid's head, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Is that it?
I've lost all my heads.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's fine though. Most soldiers don't carry around a bag of heads. So really, it's like you're only on par with them. That makes you more appealing to the masses, right?
True. You're always so positive. That's what I like about you. Anyway, kick a servant for me. I gotta go.
Aye. They better learn their reflexes better. You never know when an assassin could come to try to kill them or me.
Exactly. Peace out, dude.
A-Town. Yeah, as the megascope will cut off.
Thank you, Melissa.
You know, it's just looking just like.
These are the conditions that have created the man known as Sergeant.
Back to Oscar's shop.
Yep.
I'm going to head off to go and find Renaud.
Yep.
Yeah, Renaud.
Renaud, meanwhile, what have you been doing, sir?
Books.
He did.
Yep, I
No,
guess
boys.
Ben's dead. Maybe his mic cut out.
Yeah, probably.
I think his mic probably cut out.
Either that or the books Renaud was reading was so boring he killed himself.
Yep, Ben smells like poo-poo doo-doo.
I should just go back to Oscar's shop, I guess.
Okay, you return to Oscar's shop. Meanwhile, Oscar, in the meantime, had been talking up this miracle penicillin to you the entire time. Unthar, okay?
Hello?
Ah, there we go. Hi, Ben.
Yeah, my internet cut out.
By the way, the license has been transferred to your account.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Anyway. Yep. Sorry, a little backroom dealing with Ben. You return to the shop, and Oscar will look to you all. So, are you ready? Are we all ready?
I am ready. I've also told Selkirk that he will be sending for you. He wants you to actually go there.
That's awesome. I'll pack, and he'll look to you, Unthar. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I've recently gotten these. He pulls out a small scroll. Apparently they're called standard waivers.
No, Sergeant. I've learned to read. I don't think you should sign this.
The waiver appears, from what you can tell, Sergeant, as a learned man of intelligence, a knight within Selkirk's army. This contract seems to be dismissing any liability from Oscar for any injuries that you incur, and states that you unequivocally understand that you could easily die in this operation.
Sign.
Sign it. Right, so, I hope your selling your soul was worth it. That cost a few GP. Joking. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Do you want me to make...
To be fair, if someone tried to... Sorry, goddammit. To be fair, if someone tried to something down on a scroll, let's be honest here, he ain't gonna... He's gonna be like, what, that thing?
What were you saying, Sergeant?
Would it be good if I have this awesome crown of this really old thing? It makes me kind of demon-like. Would that be good for surgery?
Why would it be good for surgery?
Well, it's actually... This is the DNA, or the... whatever the hell. The monster stuff. The mutagen.
Yeah, that's
It
awesome.
was from... It shares. It would make me into a Baylor.
What's a Baylor?
Evil thing down there. but really
Just
cool.
ask-
Has wings.
You do know there's a lot of evil things in the world.
Never mind. Let's do this.
Okay. Okay, Unthar, can you help me sterilize his back here?
Yes, of course.
Okay. You see, he said about sterilizing his equipment in the meantime. His shop has only gotten more and more upgraded. That may be needed for the task up ahead. Okay. So, let me look at this. He will put the mutagen under a microscope. I've been getting a little better about administering these, and I feel like I'll need that with this thing. His eyebrows will raise. Huh. Silicone instead of carbon. What manner of monster was this?
A big one.
He looks to you, Unthar.
It was a demon.
There was a big demon.
Wait. I'm melting fiend DNA into this guy? Isn't that against your religion or something?
No.
Okay.
There's no law on it yet.
Okay.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Okay, here's the deal.
This is what makes the law needed.
Yeah, it'll be against his religion after this.
Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to have to strap you in tight, but honestly, you look so bulky nowadays that I really don't feel confident with my normal restraints.
Yeah,
Dude.
better double up.
Is this
Yeah.
whole person time?
Yeah. Unthar, this might take a while, so hold person would be good for when he's really mad, but do you have any stronger rope? I don't suppose you have, like, steel chain or anything.
I don't.
Damn. I'll special order some steel chain. He'll send out for some steel chain he'll hiring some peasant boy outside that he seems to have on like tap, and the peasant boy will return with steel chains, and Oscar will flip him a silver piece. He comes back in, sterilizes the chain, looking very grave as he does it. Okay. Are you ready, Sergeant?
Yes, sirree.
Very well. He will begin strapping you in. And in addition, he will wrap some chains around you that he will only barely cushion with some velvet cloth. You're going to be left very fatigued after this. I can't know for sure if you'll even survive it. You could spend a few days recovering, even with magic. Are you ready?
Yes.
Very well. He will begin administering a familiar procedure, pumping you full of chemicals, as the trial of grasses begins once again.
I don't suppose I'm doing anything interesting right now, am I?
Read books, nerd.
You're looking through a bookshop right now, very patiently. It's kind of calm in here, although the bookshop owner looks very eager for you to buy something. But so far you haven't found much of anything in here. You can't find any information on the Underdark. You've only found like whisperings of stuff. You found sightings that sound like they might have been the Drow. But you haven't even heard tale of the Mind Flayers except for an old, tattered record about Novigrad's early days.
Curses.
Meanwhile, Sergeant, your body begins to soften, break down, and it is even easier than before for it to do so. Make me a DC 20 Constitution saving throw.
With bless.
With bless. Okay, this one you'll be able to save with a bless. The rest...
For the rest, I'll have to rely on guidance.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay, you're holding together so far. That's good. That's good. How you feeling, buddy?
Not too bad.
Okay. I would pump you full of some anesthetic I got, but I need to know that you're actually alive for this.
Okay.
He
What
will. He will.
Sergeant's a masochist.
He will begin sticking the very large needle into your spine. It's a familiar pain, and it stopped hurting so much. It's only now the 5th worst pain you've ever had. He will then insert the mutagen. Unthar, you see that his methods have improved. He seems to have mixed the mutagen with some kind of liquid this time, instead of just blending the mutagen and injecting it nearly raw.
Interesting.
This stuff, it seems to encourage the binding of DNA to DNA. Normally, it just causes cancer. But with this, I can induce the cells to take on the mutations from this stuff. I could only do it with the mutagen. If I tried to do it with anything else, he would get cancer. Oh, he'd get cancer. He begins injecting it, and this time, Sergeant, your veins become liquid fire. It hurts, it aches. Everything about you is in agony again. The familiar sting. Another
Pain.
DC 20 Constitution save. I can't
Pain.
stop.
This is why I fight.
Oh, God!
Oh,
He begins crashing. He's crashing! He's crashing! Uthar, I need you to help me intubate him. He will begin sticking a tube down Sergeant's throat. Help me out here. I'm not a good surgeon.
I'll help out.
Roll me a
Medicine check?
medicine check DC 20. Feel free to use guidance.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
boy,
God.
Guidance.
Oh, God.
Guidance 50-50.
No!
Oh.
Sergeant begins rolling death saves. Sergeant, I want you to roll 2 of them for me right now.
Bless 24.
You don't
We're
have a
done,
bless
boys!
anymore. Oh, nope, it's
We're
fine.
done.
As suddenly, Sergeant will stabilize once again. Huh, weird. He'll take the tubes out. Better take these out so he doesn't vomit on them.
I love that. Sergeant just like, I'm dying, cancelled.
How you feeling there, buddy? Good job.
Meanwhile, Renaud's having a cup of coffee in the calm library.
Has Melissa arrived yet in the library?
Why would she come here?
Yep.
Well, probably just to look at books. That's
She already
what I
knows everything, right?
said. Yeah, but you need to have some fiction in you.
Oh, I want to read more in depth on the Book of the Plains that I bought.
Okay. The book discusses while Sergeant dies on the operating table. You read about a bunch of planar
Sips
theories.
coffee.
A lot of theory seems to suggest that the planes are adjacent to one another, some more than others. For instance, it discusses how the Underdark is its own distinct plane, and there's evidence from old gnomish sources that indicate this wasn't always the case. You also there appears to be a few other planes. There's some kind of strange astral plane where the gods are said to live, and there's some kind of plane that the scholars warn against exploring that appears to have been responsible for the conjunction of the spheres when it passed close to the mundane plane, unleashing a horrible flood of monsters.
What's it
upon
called?
the world. They do not name the plane. They only refer to it as a sort of negative plane.
The Shadowfell.
It's a very interesting read overall, and although some of it is clearly false from what you've read, for instance, it suggests that vampires were created from humanoids who were warped by the planar energies here in the mundane plane, but you've managed to banish people before using the banish spell on a vampire.
Oh yeah, I
haven't you?
banished some vampires.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the operating table. Ah!
Roll me another DC 20 Constitution save. You don't get to go forward until you succeed.
Go on, Sergeant.
Pow!
God
Oh
fucking
my
damn it.
god. As Sergeant begins crashing again, roll me another medicine check, Unthar.
What's the
God
odds on
damn
that,
it.
by the
There we
way?
go.
I don't know. God damn it.
5, 9, 10. He has a plus 10, so it's 50-50.
An hour
each
has
time.
passed now, and he just keeps almost dying before you all manage to resuscitate him. He is not taking to these demonic genes well, and it's a very close touch and go thing each time. You're having to use all of your medical knowledge, Unthar, everything you know, just to keep him alive. And Oscar keeps warning you against using healing magic unless necessary. It could kill him.
Death Ward, motherfucker.
Ooh, would Death Ward work?
It should. Do we? I mean, do we want to blow a spell?
It's
I was
gonna
gonna
take
say,
a
we're
while
not-
for
we're not
Sergeant
going
to
anywhere
recover
today.
Anyway.
Yeah,
we're gonna take-
let's drop a spell in there. Give yourself a death ward.
Okay, go ahead and ping Death Ward.
It's abjuration, not healing.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Let's hope this works. And he will
You
he
know,
will
since
inject
we're not
more
going anywhere for a few days.
he will inject more mutagen into
Oh god.
as suddenly the office lights up as it's just shining beautiful here as he looks on in awe at Unthar, as everyone will hear the choir of Melitele as it blasts out among the Novigrad streets.
When Unthar decides that he ain't doing good enough, so becomes a living fucking saint.
Do 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 do.
God.
It's beautiful as he brings the music, as he brings the power of Melitele forward, and Unthar. It appears Sergeant is still. It appears, while Melitele is somewhat reluctant, as you can feel that Sergeant may not be entirely good for reasons of his own conscience. He has done good, and Melitele does reward that. As you
Very,
feel,
very thin line at this point as to Sergeant's good bad.
yeah, he just edges it out as just an accident, but towards good, I'd say. But he is, in the end, I would say he is. Looks
A
at his
good
alignment,
force.
at least neutral.
But that's because he's friends with Uthar.
He's lawful. Let's just say that.
Time
He's got the
passes.
la.
I need you to roll me another Constitution save, as his wonderful
At advantage, so that's a crit.
That's a crit. As Sergeant suddenly stabilizes, and you see his skin growing tougher and thicker. Sergeant, you feel your mind, but Sergeant, it's not in your skin that you feel stronger, but in your mind as you feel a new sense of exploration around you.
Yes.
You can feel into you can feel your thoughts being broadcast as you can feel into Unthar and Oscar's minds. Why can't they see what you see? Why can't they hear what you hear? You're delirious, but you can speak within their minds so far. Sergeant, you can speak within their minds. It hurts.
I'm what?
I am Legion.
His voice sounds almost demonic in your mind, Unthar. And Melitele gives a warning tinge, though he still feels humanoid. Just barely. We're not done yet. That was only half of it. As Oscar madly injects the rest of the mutagen.
Oh no, the pain. Oh, the feel.
I shall destroy all.
Give me another Constitution save.
19.
Oh! No bless for this.
Oh, because he's
Guidance,
concentrating.
Roll me a guidance and a medicine check. Holy shit.
30
As
on the medicine
Unthar
check.
once again brings him back from the brink as his flesh melts, His skin is boiling, and you're just constantly at this point heaping cold water on him as much as you can. The water is literally steaming at this point. It's awful. Sergeant, roll me another Constitution save.
Big one.
One time.
Go! Boom! Crit!
There we go. Another crit.
Beautiful. Sergeant. And with that, over the next 8 hours, Oscar will labor, keeping Unthar close at hand. Thanks, you are a really good doctor. Slowly, Sergeant will finally stabilize, but then Oscar will look at you grimly. Listen, he's been a good test subject, and I've enjoyed collecting research from him, experimenting on him. Unthar, if I give him the trial of the grasses again, he will die. There's no doubt about it. He would die.
Yes, I think we've done all we can for him.
The last one was the last one too.
This
Like
literally,
fucking junkies.
if I inject a single small mutagen in him, he will die. I think his body will literally fall apart like my other test subjects. Already, I have no idea what his lifespan will be. For all I know, he could pass away a month from now.
I am
Well,
infinite.
If he ends up getting out of hand,
I am
give him
infinite.
a small checkup, then you can give him one last mutagen.
Sergeant, you feel a new power in this mutagen. It's too much for you. It's far too much for you. You're just clinging onto it, onto your power. But you do have newfound power. For instance, the Baylor skull in your new bag of heads. It is still alive, and it rages against its helplessness each and every second. Each and every second. And it hates you for possessing power that it once did. It hates life so much. Unthar, he's a beacon of hope, a beacon of good. You can't believe how beautiful his mind is or how much he wishes to help others. And Oscar, his mind is a mad menagerie of crazed senses, of amazing intelligence. You wonder just... You have to put out active effort to
You
sense
can
towards
read
their minds.
Melissa's mind.
You can't read their minds, but you can get emotional impressions. Allow me to describe the Baylor mutagen. You have gained telepathy for 120 feet. You with me so far?
Yep.
Any attack you commit will always be magical. You can gain vague emotional impressions of those around you. It is not you cannot read their minds, but you can get an idea of their emotional outlook. Sometimes it may help with insight checks. Finally, Sergeant. In desperate situations when you dropped to 0 HP, you can let loose a powerful explosive blast of fire, forcing a DC 20 dexterity saving throw. Write this down specifically. DC 20 dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I got it.
On a failure, any creatures within 30 feet of you will take 20d6 fire damage and an explosive blast of fire, or half as much damage on a successful one. Now, Sergeant, this will trigger in regards to your enduring abilities. You could consider this in a way a sort of your artifact, where your friends have slowly gathered new weapons and items to hone their already amazing abilities. You yourself have transcended past that. You are no longer humanoid. You are a monstrosity.
Yes!
Hold person. No longer.
Will
Person.
no
Very
longer
important.
work.
It is an
Holy
exhausting
shit.
time maintaining him, Unthar. But Sergeant's body, it's barely recognizable as humanoid anymore. It has a humanoid shape, but everything you know about medical science is just thrown out the window with Sergeant. You can't believe with this combination of genes he's even still alive. You half wonder if you've perhaps created a monster, but then Sergeant wakes up, and Sergeant, how do you react? As you see Oscar and Unthar tiredly leaning over you.
It's time to rip and tear.
Hey, this is Sergeant's turn.
I'm sorry.
Yep. Sergeant?
I am alive again.
Yeah, I was touch and go there for a minute. There's still you inside that skull.
I think so. I've sensed an aura about you. I sense an aura about everyone.
Interesting. That's not what I expected out of this.
Minthar, you are truly good. I can get that sense from you.
Thank you. That's kind words.
I need to rest.
Aye.
My head really hurts.
Oh boy, exhaustion 5.
Goddamn. My description wiped. Why did it wipe?
Exhaustion 5. Wow.
Hey, we get more research time.
Well, we could probably
Yep.
commission something from
Yep.
Gimbal Nickel. Or-
Yep. So to summarize that again, that's telepathy, 120 feet. It is one way. It is two-way, to be clear. You can hear them in your mind, but you can only do one person at a time. You can only listen to one person at a time, though. So, for instance, you can broadcast to multiple people, but you can only be listening in on one person's mind. So telepathy, 120 feet. All attacks are magical. You gain an impression of emotions on those you are aware of. And finally, upon reaching 0 HP, you explode in an uncontrollable fireball. All creatures within 30 feet of you must make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw. Upon a failure, they will take 20d6 fire damage, or half that on a success.
You've changed, bro.
And of course, you are now a monstrosity.
Yeah.
I remember the old sergeant.
You
You've
indeed,
changed, bro.
you indeed, Sergeant, can be called a mutant.
X-Man.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
Oh my gosh.
now a level 3
Inspiration.
caster can't take you down. X-Man. Is that gonna be your new moniker? I am the X-Man.
He already has a beard like Wolverine. As Renaud, you will finish up at the bookstore of long ago. You didn't find any useful information, at least here.
The Book of the Plains was useful in its own
Yeah.
right.
The bookkeeper will get you annoyed. Are you going to buy anything?
This is a library. Get off my back. I will leave.
Leaves the bookstore.
What a dick.
Get off my back.
What's a library?
Yeah.
No, he knows what a library. Okay. Renaud returns. You see that he looks a little dejected, or
I didn't find anything. Figures.
Indeed.
Yep.
I may have found something disturbing about Mordred.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems
What's
like
that?
at one point he was perhaps the pet of the lodge.
Why am I not surprised?
I don't know. Perhaps because it seems like the thing they'd do.
Meanwhile, Unthar will come back inside, carrying Sergeant's very limp body. He looks exhausted and very mutated now. His skin looks very distinct, and there's something about the way he's looking at you that's very different.
You did it again?
I sense you're angry.
You said last time was the last time.
Renaud
That-
appears angry, and you can sense an undercurrent of a bit of a darker edge to him, but a desire to do right. And with Melissa, you can sense a dogged determinism, a sort of lawfulness around her. And but within her staff, Sergeant, you can sense the same determined nature, but of a darker sorts. Her staff is clearly evil, clearly willing to do whatever it takes to reach its own goals.
Good to get that confirmation. I won't share that yet, though. I'm just too weak.
So, Sergeant, I assume it went well. I see you survived.
Yes. But it was harder than I thought, and I might need a couple days recovery.
Well, give us more time to do some research.
Hopefully, using the rest of the days, we can be more successful than we were today.
When I was quickly dead, I did think of a plan.
You died again?
Slightly, I didn't fully die. He just kind of super unconscious, you know.
It was only a small death. Don't worry, Renaud.
There was no spell needed.
It was
Don't
just a mini death. You know, it was just for exercise.
This sword.
Le Petit Mort. His
This
sword.
sword will
Yes.
cast an illithid, or make me appear to be an illithid in the eyes of the neo-illithids.
Uh-huh.
Neil
We might be able to somehow trap them with this.
Trap them. You mean the Neothelids?
Yeah. Because they would sense that one of their masters are near, maybe returning home with a couple slaves, pets.
Trap them. That's a good idea.
Sergeant will just fall unconscious as he's that exhausted now.
All right,
That's all you can do.
I'll carry him up to bed.
He does truly appear far more debased than he normally looks. Sergeant is never looked that limp before, and he has never looked that exhausted, even that long after surgery. He's still looking so awful.
Well, I think this is going to delay our departure.
What do you miss, Captain Obvious? Got him.
Very funny.
And I will say, you would have heard whispers throughout the day of talks of like a beautiful glowing halo and a sense of righteousness radiating from Oscar's office. It appears Unthar had to pop nearly the full powers of Melitele just to keep Sergeant alive.
Maybe there's some, like, eldritch library on another dimension where we can find the
Well,
information
we go
need.
plane hopping.
Only for a little bit.
In and out, 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Well, Sergeant, rest you
actually a
guys.
day, because I need to.
Just watch as like the next day 2 new party members turn up as Renaud and Melissa and never seen of them again.
Oh man. I may be about to hurt you all as we near the end of our session, guys.
Yes, how so?
And a level of exhaustion is reduced by 1 each long rest.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We need 5 days.
No. Think on the rules of a long rest.
24 straight hours.
Oh yeah.
Think further on the rules of a long rest.
You can't take them consecutively.
10
I don't think-
days.
Yeah.
Unless you spend spell slots, which you can, and you can reduce the time if you portion it correctly.
We should do that.
You have-
Theoretically, we need to. We can
Thankfully,
deal with him
Diamond
having
Dust-
level exhaustion.
Thankfully, Diamond Dust isn't as bad as
Well, what
Yeah,
does
but-
Greater Rest deal with it?
yeah, greater restoration could cure the exhaustion.
That's the only way to do it, actually.
So theoretically, we could burn 2 Greater Rests to get rid of 2 levels, puts him to 3. Then we just need 48 hours.
Yeah, I've got.
Does that take him down
900
to
GP,
no? Because we
900.
need more than that. We need 96 hours because we need him to be level 1 exhaustion is deal withable because it's just skill ability checks.
You want to send him? You want to go back into the Underdark with the level of exhaustion?
What if he needs to freaking suplex the Neothelid?
Oh shit! Yeah, athletics is.
That was the plan.
That was the plan.
Well, actually, theoretically, with 2 long rests we can do it because. Oh no, we can do it in 1 because then I could just burn.
Look,
4.
Diamond Dust isn't as expensive as whole diamond, so I think
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got
So-
900 in diamond dust right now, anyway. So.
You need 2 level 5s, a 6, and a 7 to do it because you'd have to use all of those slots to do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you would,
And then
a single long rest to tap
Yep.
that all up.
Yep.
Yep. So in total, you'll have spent 3 days here. 1 day to long rest, 1 day to get your activities done, and 1 day to take the final long rest.
and it ends up being
How?
200 or 300. Do we do 3 greater reses?
4.
4. You
Alright,
need
so
4.
down to 500. Okay.
Yep. Don't have too many of those left, guys.
Nope.
You sure you want to spend it right now?
Diamond Dust?
Diamond Dust.
Didn't
I
you get
have,
a whole
I have
ton of Diamond Dust?
2,900 gold GPs worth of Diamond Dust in the hole. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like-
I mean, I've still got 500 diamond dust on me and 1,000 GP diamond on me. So
And we have a spare 1,000 GP diamond if we need it.
Very well.
Starts injecting diamonds into our veins.
start
Yeah.
snorting it. Oh, it's good shit.
Yes.
What you've got to also remember, on my person, I'm carrying around 1,000 GPs worth of ruby dust.
Nice. So yep. So
How much spare time would we have had on the middle day?
you would have
This
had
day?
all the day to basically do anything because you weren't doing anything
Uh,
time-consuming.
If I wanted to make a spell scroll, would I have enough time?
Yes. I believe the rules for crafting a magical item is 25 GP a day, right? Or is it more?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure off my head. Effectively, I want to see if I can make a shield.
Okay, you can make one. Okay. And we'll end the session there, but I want to discuss any paperwork before we go. So next week, I don't work. And
Yep.
so I was wondering if you guys would like to start early.
How early?
I was thinking 2 hours early.
Actually, on the topic of next week, next Saturday night is actually pretty poor for me. I could do it, but it'd be easier for me if we could do a different day that week. Next week.
Saturday night?
I
Yeah,
will
don't forget it starts at. Don't forget night starts because we start at 7 for my time.
Here, let me screenshot. I'll cut the stream